What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto Night. I am ElMiner, your host, and today we'll be looking at the Bitcoin chart and, of course, my favorites. Also, I'll get to show you the opposite side of what we've been learning so far. Right now, we've been learning structures that lead to the downside. Now it's time to learn of structures that lead to the upside. So let's get started. Bitcoin is on the screen. As you can tell, Bitcoin, as we were assuming it would happen, Bitcoin did take off today and got back up to its previous all-time highs, and it did it in no time. So just as fast as it can go down and doom and gloom hits, it can also rise right back up to where we are right now. And as you can tell, the market is reacting to Bitcoin just like it always does, and we're ready to continue to the upside. So let's start my favorites list. Texoz also popped off the bottom, is on the way up, looking fantastic, and it looks like it's printing a candle past the other one that it just did. So fantastic, good job, Texoz. Then we have XLM, also beautiful, pop off the bottom, boom, here we go, taking off to the top. Same thing on XRP. XRP is actually moving way faster than XLM, but also headed to the upside. Fantastic. Here we got Shiba Inu, which people think and thought and kept saying that it was dead after that drop, but no, ladies and gentlemen, it is not dead. Also popped off just like everybody else. Neo had an impressive jump today, and it still looks like it got some juice to it. I mean, it's printed nothing but green, which is a very positive sign for Neo. But let's see where it stops tonight. It just flashed me. It will definitely continue. Of course, all these coins have a stopping point where you say, okay, from here on out is go time. Luna Classic. Luna Classic, just like everybody else, bounced off the bottom, headed to the top, not dead. Okay, here we go. Gala Games, same thing. Beautiful. I'm loving this. This is saying there's a high probability of upside from here on out. No more super downside. But don't ever put your eggs in one basket or count on that fact until confirmation has been set. But so far, we had the bounce exactly where we wanted it and are headed to the upside. This is Flare, up 7% right now. So not bad at all for Flare. And this one is basically ready to go and is giving the signals necessary to say that is the case, that we will be heading upward from here. So Dash, beautiful Dash, did exactly the same pattern, y'all. Look at that. Bounced right off, headed to the top, looking fantastic, printed another green candle right on top of the last one. Casper, same exact thing. Same pattern, there it is, bam, bam, bam. Bounced at the bottom, headed towards the top, just like we thought. Bitcoin, of course, we just went over Bitcoin. The question, of course, becomes, it is 10:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 3/20/2024, and we're a couple of minutes away from 11 o'clock. So we're going to get to see which way the market is going to head at 11 o'clock towards 12, which will be a clear indicator of what the next couple of days will be like. Now, AMP, fantastic. I mean, my goodness, AMP. I honestly thought it would continue downward, but guess what? AMP turned around, headed to the upside. This looks like a beautiful flag, which can go anywhere, up or down. This is nuts, okay? Now, let's talk upside. We learned what patterns, what structures, what flags lead to the downside, and all the telltale signs we went over are very important. But also very important is to try to figure out what structures lead to the upside, which more important, the downside. Now, they're about equal. If not, the downside is more important because you want to see those. Going to the upside, let it be a surprise. Surprise! Fantastic. But if you can see them, even better, right? Because you're ready to put your money in and you know it's headed to the upside. But downside, you don't want to be surprised on a downturn. That's not a good surprise. All right, so we're going to start with, first of all, let me show. I have seen a different pattern on this Homer Simpson flag that I never saw before. That might be even more helpful for any of the new people. What I saw was an eerie similarity to the sick Tyrannosaurus Rex flag being printed here. And I know, we already know this is the Homer Simpson flag, but I believe there is another structure that is way more helpful in this same flag that can indicate when it's time to sell, and that would be the sick Tyrannosaurus flag. And let me demonstrate for you. And there it is, the sick Tyrannosaurus flag, illustrated by texoz. So the reason why I believe this is way better indicator than the Homer Simpson flag is because the nose of the Homer Simpson flag is way too massive, right? Now, the head of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the mouthpiece itself, indicates when the big fall comes. From here on out, you can sell in any part of this head of the Tyrannosaurus Rex before he throws up. That's why it's called the sick Tyrannosaurus Rex flag, because it's throwing up, it's barfing, it's sick, it's clenching his stomach. This guy's sick, okay? Before he throws up, you sell. Okay, so I believe this is a better structure that can be more visible than the Homer Simpson flag coming into play, other than the mouth being there, as a big indicator of the Homer Simpson flag coming into play. Once you have a massive drop like this and it shoots right back up, you should already be on guard for your higher points, whichever it are. Sell there. You can even sell here, right at the mouth, top lip, best place to sell. But up here, of course, would be your best sell points to get the most profit. The key is to find that signal that tells you sell time. But let's focus on what this whole video is about, and we're going to do one structure to illustrate what the upside and what to look for in the upside when having cash in hand to invest. This is a Flare token, and this is one of the best illustrations I can give you as our first class when it comes to upside flags being printed, right? So in this scenario, we are looking for the howling wolf illustrated in this hair flick. I will play for you right quick. That's right, we're looking for the howling wolf in this structure. Can you see it, ladies and gentlemen? If you can't, allow me to illustrate the howling wolf. Bam, there he is, the howling wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, it is clearly printed there, and right off the mouth, bottom lip, this is actually drawn in the wrong place, should be here, and off the bottom lip, you get your first rise, then creating your second howling wolf flag. And that's why we look for these structures. Do you see the similarities, right? So in this scenario, we're looking for an uptrend That's what I want to see. And this is what you want to look for. The howling wolf here. If you see this howling wolf completed, then you know upside is coming from here, right? Little flaggy flags, blah blah blah, bam bam bam, howling wolf again, so on and so forth. So please screenshot the howling wolf and understand what it indicates when you see the howling wolf structure, right? Which always comes before the big jump. In this scenario, let's go ahead and clone this guy and show you. So you get two howling wolves, then you get this little staircase that gives you the red rooster flag, right? So you got two howling wolves, and then bam, your red rooster flag comes in right after that. Right, bam, our drop. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your red rooster. So you got two howling wolves, red rooster, two howling wolves is what we want to see so that we could get our next jump. Our next jump being these 3 steps that create the red rooster, right? So we get the red rooster, the 3 steps, pop, pop, pop. So we get 2 howling wolves, then the 3 steps, drop again, and then howling wolf, red rooster. You feel me? That's what we're looking for. And that is our lesson for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your eyes on the chart. This is when it gets crazy. This is when people can't sleep. This is when people get left behind. These things take off so fast. If you were in the market and you were a day trader today and you were sleeping, you lost mad money because they jumped so fast that you could have gone in the restroom and came back and your coin is up 10%. That's how fast these things took off today. And they go berserk once this thing really gets going. So the next coming videos will be identifying these flags that show us the upside, and we'll be looking for them, waiting with anticipation. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the top. This is ElMiner. Till next time.